Good afternoon and welcome back to Sandbelt's men's pairs final. We had the conclusion of the ladies pairs final earlier this afternoon with Callie McKirahan and Mel Allen taking out the 25-26 title, defeating Kerry Disney and Sue Young in a very hard-fought match. We are live here from CHADSTONE Bowling Club, and as we see the finalisation of the men's roll-up, we're privileged to watch Aaron Betts and Stephen Tully playing Aiden, Zittersteijn and Grant Catterick. So we've got representations of Dandenong Bowling Club and Clayton Bowling Club, and it is my great pleasure to introduce my co-host for today, Nix McKenzie from Dandenong Club.
Hi, Courtney. How you going?
Good. Boys went off for a fly this morning.
Yeah. Wasn't here to watch that, but heard they got up pretty easy.
Was, and a lot of people sort of said the other final that Aiden and Grant were a part of was very close, sort of, a couple of shots. So let's hope the boys have still got plenty left in their tank for a good final.
Yeah, this should be a ripper match.
For those of you who are joining in from around Victoria or Australia, let us know where you are watching from and if your region games got to go ahead. We've had a couple of messages fly in the earlier chat to say that a few regions had to cancel and postpone games with the weather. We were fortunate enough for CHADSTONE to offer their facilities to reschedule. Cheltenham had kindly offered, but
that weather was pretty ordinary this morning and earlier, wasn't it?
Absolutely. So I think, it was on the radar up to 36 mil, and I reckon we've had a fair downpour.
Be close to that. It's eased a bit now, but yeah, be very damp underfoot. I'm sure the players will appreciate that roof.
Absolutely. Amongst the four boys out here, we have quite a wealth of knowledge. So Grant Catterick has been in the Sandbelt region for the last probably 3 years. Prior to that, was very well known in the Peninsula region, having represented on several occasions as well as taking out many a title. Aiden's obviously come over here. He's a representative of the Cook Islands, and he's also represented Sandbelt last year and won a title as well. And your boys are no easy resume.
No. Look, Tully's been at Dandenong since I've been there, and yeah, very consistent bowler. Aaron joined us last season from Scotland, and don't have it in front of me, but his list of titles from Scotland is tremendous.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good. He's an excellent bowler.
And all four of them at one stage or another have represented the Sandbelt region.
Yeah, they have. I don't think Aaron's put his hand up
this year.
Great starter there.
Perfect starter there from Aiden.
He's going to head back home for his 21st.
Oh, fair enough too.
Yeah.
For anyone who ever wants to talk about pre-shot routine, Tully, who's just stood off the mat, is one of the best for being consistent with pre-shot routines. And what a wonderful reply there.
Yeah.
We were saying in the women's final, perhaps in those last few ends, it was just a touch more experience that helped with some of the decisions made that probably concluded the outcome. In this game, I don't think we'll see that because I think there's a pretty even scale of experience.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely. But they're all going to have all those shots that need to be played, these fellas.
Fantastic bowl from Tully there. Change your hands and all.
Yeah.
For those of you just joining now, we're hosting the Sandbelt men's final for the 2025-2025 2026 season, which involves Grant Catterick as a skip and Aiden Zittersteijn as a lead, playing Stephen Tully and Aaron Betts from Dandenong Club. So it's Dandenong Club versus Clayton. Just a touch through. Tully was asking for a little bit of cover on the higher side. Great bowl there from Grant. Unfortunately, just ran into Aiden's bowl, but the pace looked perfect for that little sit behind, even move the bowl.
Yep.
Any touch of the jack now on that backhand is going straight to their shots. Very well weighted bowl for the shot. It's perfect weight for that shot.
It was.
Just a touch wide.
Touch high. Yep.
Touch shy on the weight there was Tully. Still really looking for that coverage at the back. Ooh. Unfortunate result there for Aiden. Tapping one of Tully's other bowls in. Got their backy now, but you need to play that perfect arrival weight, don't you?
You do. And look, the boys will be happy that's there, but it's probably a little bit further than they wanted it. But who knows?
Grant's released with a backhand runner. Ooh, touched the bowl, but unfortunately rocked his own. Not giving us a reaction, which I'm assuming is meaning they're still down, and I'm side on, but it does appear that way.
Yep. From here it does. It's a mighty effort, though.
Oh, absolutely. It's nearly worth, I don't know, it'd be interesting to see, but you'd nearly want to play their shot, little trail in the backhand now. Take that opportunity away from them.
Yeah. He's got plenty of, like, there's room there, or he's got bowls to sit.
Use, yeah.
To sit, yep. It looks like that's what he's lining up for.
Weight was awesome there.
Yeah, just a touch high.
Looked like Grant's discussing playing the exact same shot as what Aaron just played, so it'll be a battle of who gets it first.
Yep.
Chasing it. Oh. Very good bowl. Little bit of
Yeah.
assist, but the weight was there.
Yeah, weight was perfect.
Fair lawn bowl here. Just unfortunately a bowl too narrow. Perfect weight for the shot.
It was. Pretty good starter there from Aaron.
Yeah, very nice opener.
Oh, Aiden.
Might be Aiden.
Yeah, I called him Aaron.
There's a lot of A's happening. Well adjusted there.
Fair correction. Great bowl.
Just shy, but beautiful adjustment there as well from
Yeah.
Tully. Beautiful opening bowls from the boys. For those of you who are just tuning in, we are hosting the Sandbelt 2025-26 men's final. Grant Catterick versus Aaron Betts. So it is a Clayton versus Dandenong showdown. Unfortunately, you don't have a choice in your hosts, so you're joined by myself, Courtney, and my cohort, Nix. Very fair comment there, Dean. Thank you for tuning in. It must be, if Caddis is to take this his 75th title, wouldn't it be good to get, we'll have to see how far the history books do go back. I know Anne McCarthy from the female perspective was always up there. I know she had over 20, but I think Kelly, if she's hasn't beaten her, would be chasing her.
Yeah.
And
Yes, it would be interesting to know, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Grant's, a lot of his would be in the Peninsula region. Ali would hold quite a few for Sandbelt, and I'm sure Graham Spencer would hold quite a few. Lovely weighted shot there from Aaron. He just unfortunately got the edge of the bowl.
Caddis is asking it to get down.
It's coming in hot though, so it's probably better that it didn't.
Yeah.
Any more of Tully's bowl, it was going in.
It was. Aaron's playing a bit more weight on this one.
Searching. Aaron just showed great etiquette there. He apologised. It wasn't obviously, it was a result.
Yeah.
He played weight. He got the result, but he put his hand up straight away.
Yep.
There you go. Dean believes Caddis would have at least 30 from the Peninsula region.
Wow.
Fair resume.
It sure is.
Played with confidence.
Yep.
It's not a head you want to be shy to when you're three down. They've
no.
got everything at the back, so there's no issue with playing that confident weight. And also 2 Scotsmen.
Correct.
For those who are struggling to hear,
What they're
interpret what they're saying. It is such a beautiful
It is. And
accent.
let me tell you, I play with them and I still struggle sometimes to understand what they're saying. We've got a few of them at Dandenong.
Yeah. Seems to be the place.
Yeah.
Aiden's after this one.
Yeah.
Oh, just shy. That real confident weight as well.
Yeah, it was.
One of those things, the boys probably have to be a little bit careful, the Dandenong boys, around that pack at the back.
That's right.
Because neither are afraid to play through the head with Grant or Aiden. Probably a pretty good home there.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, Unch. We'll let Caddis know that you're supporting for him. You could come down to CHADSTONE if you're really bored. Come see the live event. Very good
That's a
shot
great
there from
bowl.
Grant Catterick. Is Aaron inclined to have a bit of a go?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not shy
Not
at all.
shy, not backward and coming forward. Ooh. It's more looking for a bit of a trail there or sit the bowls, played that sort of nice searching weight.
He's just got to be careful, I guess, because they got nothing out this side at the back.
No. Just let us know he's not coming down here. He's got 2 kids to look after, so that's fair enough. We'll give you the afternoon off.
We will.
As long as you keep commenting, we'll let you off. Large discussions here around what shot to play. I'm a bit uncertain if he's sort of searching for the shot first, play that backhand, trail the jack, or if he's actually going to try and block it a little bit.
Aiden's signalling that.
Yeah.
So
Just a little too wide for what Aiden was signalling for, but sort of blocks that chasing hand up as well. And Aaron was a part of the winning men's fours that was played Friday night.
he was.
So he's had a big weekend, first round of pennant, into final of the men's semi and men's final.
Yep. He played a club singles game on Thursday night, so
He should be well practiced then, really.
Yep. Big 4 days. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. It was a great bowl, but
It was a great bowl.
uh,
I think that was 2 to the Clayton boys under the Grant Catterick team.
great starter again by Aiden.
So for those of you tuning in, Grant Catterick currently leads the men's final. 3 plays 0 after 2 ends. And Grant Catterick is playing Aaron Betts from Dandenong Club.
Two great opening bowls from Aiden.
He's really just adapted, hasn't he?
He has.
And from all reports, he played like that in the first game. Oh, wonderful reply there from Tully. Just a tiny bit shy, and he had that nice flexibility. Yet again, the one thing I've seen, and I know we're only up to N3, is the Clayton boys have had far more back bowls.
Yes, I have.
Grant went to chase his bowl, forgetting there was another one to come there. Too eager to get down the other end.
Yeah.
A lovely shot there from Aaron, just about half a bowl wide of the line he probably needed. It's a good bad one because it could make Aiden shot that little bit easier. Any inside edge on that's going to help trail the jack right back to them. Chasing it.
He is. He likes it.
Just needs to hang. That weight would have been perfect for the shot.
It was, yeah.
I'm intrigued to see what Tully plays here. Is he same thing? Is he trying to take their shot first? Or is he trying to play that perfect draw to knock his own up that half a roll? Backhand.
Yep.
Guess outside edge Aaron's is a very good result from here too.
It is, yeah. Again, weight's pretty good. A touch high.
All the weight this NL bar too has been really good.
I was going to say, like, we're only on the third end, and look at the grouping of bowls there.
Ooh. That was exactly the shot Tully was trying to play. I think, unfortunately, it's resulted in... It is a very stiff shot to go from 1 up to 2 down, but that was the risk of playing that hand.
That hand, that's right.
And you'd rather do these early in the game than on a final end when you're trying to chase a number.
That's right.
Or just win. Such a close head. He has to play this with real precision weight. Because same as what happened to Aiden, any change of the, any movement in that area is going to go straight out to Aiden's bowl. Ooh.
Wow.
Very good bowl there. Unfortunately, just didn't turn in time. Any touch on that bowl, it's going straight to Aiden's shot. So everyone has to be... It's a very interesting end, actually.
It is.
And kudos to the boys for having so many close. Like, you've got 10 bowls within a mat.
Yep.
That was one of those good, bad bowls, in the sense of he played that. He had to have a crack, but unfortunately it looks like he has put a third bowl in for the opposing team.
Yeah.
And Tully called Aaron on a little bit of a nothing bowl. Get your weight right.
So they've pulled out 2 and now going to measure for a third.
Two for the Dandenong team. So Aaron Betts and Stephen Tully are now on the board. Thank you for your message in there, John. We've just changed the volume levels. You're the first to say that, so appreciate any feedback and communication, because without you guys messaging in any of that sort of information, we assume it's all running seamlessly, so thank you for that. Good start from Aiden again. Tully's just searching his weight still, which is fair enough. We're in the fourth earth in. Well adjusted there. Not like it's been crazy jack movement, but there's been enough jack movement, or bowls sort of just pushing onto the jack, where those back bowls are exactly what you want.
Yeah, 2 great bowls from Aiden.
For the crew that are just joining in, we're hosting the Sandbelt men's final for the 25-26 season. We have Andrew Tully and Aaron Betts representing Dandenong Club. We also have Aiden Zittersteijn with Grant Catterick from Clayton Bowling Club. The weather after what was a horrendous morning weather-wise has finally appeared to clear up, but we're fortunate enough to secure CHADSTONE as our backup plan for today. Just a bit over from both the boys there. Chasing this one. Oh. Bowl wider and he sat perfect in between the two of Aiden's, wasn't it?
Yep.
Weight was phenomenal for the shot he was playing.
Yeah, great bowl from Catters.
Yeah, very well left. I think he was trying to roll Aiden up that little push, but it was a good miss.
It was.
Played with that touch too much confidence, but it sets it up beautifully where they can afford to play that extra weight now if they need.
Yeah.
Another good shot there from Aiden, but I'm not sure if Catters loves the setup with it, how broad it is. Gives them a nice little target to rattle. Might have been a big call from Caddis to say there's nothing really on. Aaron's eyebrows sort of twitched a little bit then.
Yeah.
Sometimes the most simple and innocent comments on a bowling green can put that fire in the belly.
Yep. So he's playing this with confident weight.
Very good bowl there from Aaron Betts, even if it is second shot. No, he's holding hand up from Tully. Played that perfect. Appears that Grant's going to be playing the same sort of shot, that little backhand just over.
Yeah, you're right, Courts.
Trailed it from 1 down to 1 down, but took the extra danger out if Aaron is to do that small trail. So, as we're saying, at this early in the game, you're okay if it's 1s and 2s down.
That's right.
It'd be very hard to peel that white ball out clean for Grant. It's going to be interesting to see what he does play. Aaron's ball at the back there obviously was trying to draw a second shot, but there's nothing wrong with having one behind.
No, it's in a good spot.
I think I'll be shocked if this is a draw bowl.
Yeah, me too.
Not that we want to encourage gambling, but I'd be putting a quiet 50 on it that he's about to play an upshot. One to Team Dandenong. couple of loose lead bowls from the boys there.
Yeah, this end. Yeah.
They're allowed.
They are. Just that little change in length. Good change of hands from Aiden there.
Mm. Yeah, good enough from Aaron there. Looks like they shot. They're both playing that similar length so far, and I know it's very early days, and they're both,
Working each other out.
Mm.
Yeah. Great bowl from
Yeah.
Catters.
Great shot there. Just a touch wide from Aaron there, but it's well set up, ready for Tully. If you touch the bowl, touch the jack, it's all sort of in their area. We've only seen the 4 ends, but this is by far the loosest end of bowls we've seen.
You're right, it is.
Considering we had 10 within sort of that mat area before, but
It's still not a bad
no,
end, but
no.
yeah.
Change your hands for Aiden here. Fortunately left a port, which adds exactly what Aaron's just called, utilising that sort of port. Edge on Aiden's is generally going to take you straight to the jack. That was a fine effort from Tully there.
It was, yeah.
The weight and everything was perfect.
It was.
It was enough that if he got the edge of the bowl, it was still going to jag it back. Enough to sit the bowl, trail the jack. Not the reaction he might not have wanted from the skip. There was I think yet again for those who are watching at home, when the boys and girls play at this level, any wider target's a bad target.
Yeah.
So as good as it was to get that close,
Yeah,
it's creating more of a target for the boys to have a go.
that's right.
Wait, yet again was good, just on the high side. Got to be a magnet out there. They're all getting hung.
Just that bowl wide.
Close here.
Yeah.
Very, very stiff. That was well played by Aaron. Tully pulls out 2 for the Clayton team, and they're measuring for a third. Two to Team Catterick.
Another great opener from Aiden.
He seems to have out of all 4 the best handle of the greens so far,
He
doesn't he?
does, yeah.
So for those tuning in, we're hosting the men's Sandbelt pairs final for 25-26 season. We've seen the ladies pairs final taken out by Kelly McKirahan and Mel Allen a couple of hours ago in a hard-fought match against Kerry Disney and Sue Young. So 3 Clayton representatives and Mel from Mentone. So it's good to see that a few have braved the cold and the weather conditions to come out.
They have.
So would Aaron normally be skipping your top side?
Yes, he does. He had a win yesterday, his rink.
Good.
He got up by 5.
And who did you guys play against? So Dandenong, for those who don't know who we're talking about.
Team
Dandenong played?
Yes, we played EEBC.
Oh, fantastic. And you won overall?
We did. We got 3 rinks up.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Lovely start to the season.
In the blue room.
Yeah, very
down
nice.
there at Brighton.
And what position would Tully normally play in a regular game of pennant?
While I've been there, he's been a lead. Yesterday, he played 2.
Yep.
So we've had a little bit of a change with our back ends and our front ends. We've had a couple of newbies come in and come up, which is good to see.
I know he's always a specialist lead in his time at Clayton when he played in the Premier League going back a few years ago.
Yeah.
There's a wonderful bowl there from Aaron. It's just the tiniest bit short.
Catter's not happy with his last bowl.
No, it's probably the longest. It's only stretched probably a yard. The mat's slightly back and the jack's, a fraction up, but still he'll be disappointed that he hasn't corrected, and he's sort of blocked both hands for himself, unfortunately. Brilliant bowl there from Aaron. Hitting City zone. It looks like he may have made the shot. We're just waiting for confirmation. He's given the affirmative sort of
nod, but not much more.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have Mel jump in the chair for a minute for Nix, and then we'll get Nix back on shortly. Give her a quick break. Tullymore playing a position bowl there, and we're now joined by the current ladies pairs champion, Mel Allen. How are you, Mel?
Good, Courts. Happy to be here.
Won't want to get your voice heard too much. You might be doing it at work now.
Look, I try to say behind the camera and off the microphone. But it is a Sunday, so it's not a work day.
No, it's not a work day. You'd rather volunteer than get paid.
Exactly.
That's an interesting outlook on life.
Look, we've been watching from the sidelines and on the big screen inside. There's been some amazing heads so far.
Formidable. We had an end before where there would have been between 8 and 10 bowls within a mat length. And even if you look at the lines from all of them, you know, Aiden so far has been, this end's probably not telling the story as accurately, but he's sort of the one that's got the best hold of the green.
Yeah, it's making me nervous. We've got to play Dandenong in the Prem Division on Tuesday night and then back it up on Saturday, Divi 1, Dandy. A lot of the same players across both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. So Aaron and Tully are holding one here, but it's really by a rock. They've both been having a look around the head. Catters and Aiden currently 2 up on the board, 5-3 after 5 ends. Played that really beautiful weight. Near perfect weighted shot there from Aaron Betts, just trying to sort of get into, draw a second shot. Any movement of Jack was spraying back out to them. Catters as a lefty, like yourself, Mel, he's playing his forehead.
Oh, unlucky there. Had the pleasure of playing Sandbelt mixed pairs with Catters 1 year, couple of years ago.
Yes.
It was the year that he fell off the back of a truck.
I do remember that. They've taken the one there, the Dandenong boys.
After the semi-final earlier, Catters came over to the group and said, look, I've been bowling a while, something like 17 years. We had 18s there in the middle of that game. That's probably the best quality bowls I've ever played.
And he nominated that himself. There you go. Well, if you can't compliment yourself, who can you compliment, really?
I think it was also a compliment directed towards Anthony Hall and his
absolutely.
partner.
No, I heard from both the boys that it was a hard-fought match, considering the opposing team started to they were 7-1 down and fought back.
Mm.
For anyone who is just joining in, we are hosting the Sandbelt Men's Pairs Final 25-26 season, and we have Grant Catterick and Aiden Zitterstein playing Stephen Tully and Andrew Betts. So it's Clayton versus Dandenong. I have the current part of the half, a half of the pair, Mel Allen, who's just won the Ladies Pairs Championships with Callie McKieran. How'd you go in the game, Mel? Obviously good, but how are you feeling now?
Look, we did good enough. Probably wasn't our best bowls, but we did enough to get the win.
And I think in the concluding ends, just a couple of loose bowls there from Stephen Tully. I think the experience showed. Cal was sort of changing slightly where she was standing for you to roll the jack towards. Similar length, but just those little couple of 1%ers. I think Kerry taking a shot with 2 ends to play, although in her eyes was getting back in control of the mat, but there was an opportunity to get a number and, I guess give you guys a scare with those couple of ends to play.
Yeah, and look, the 4 of us reflected on that after the game. Obviously, Kelly's still a teammate of Kerry and Sue. And, we talked that through and Kerry sort of said in hindsight, yep, perhaps I should have just stopped for a bit longer, thought about it a bit more, and tried to play a shot.
And sometimes when you are in the moment, you're feeling the pressure. Fantastic bowl from Aaron Betts there to get the shot back. But I tell you what, we wouldn't be playing today because after the weather we've had all morning, how lucky are we to secure this stunning location of CHADSTONE Bowling Club?
We are very lucky. We were very nearly over at Caulfield Park's new facility.
Yes.
Haven't played there yet, but yeah, they were open to us being there a little bit later in the day. But Chatty came through with the goods, as they've done a number of times this season so far already.
And it's been great to see a number of guests come down and watch, as well as participate with the live stream. But how nice of CHADSTONE to also offer all their guests some nibbles and supplies. They've got bar staff there for anyone who needs a hydration.
Yep, they know how to do the hospitality here, that's for sure.
Cadders is asking a little bit to open up, play that positive shot through. He's chasing it. Got his own out the road, which will be helpful. Thank you, Chris Watts, for your lovely comment there. Jamie said we're doing a great job. What about you, Watts? You haven't heard your comment.
Watsy and Jamie were here earlier watching the Chatty Boys and us as well, part of the Southeast Knights Tuesday night side. It was great to have their support here earlier. And I just have to say, Cullum's set up here for his live streaming, something he does as a bit of a hobby on the side. He's definitely got all the equipment. He's got a great setup. And it's really impressive to sit here behind the desk and see his setup. It's simple, but it certainly does the job.
Makes the job easy.
It does.
He was explaining prior to COVID, he was the first one who actually had any of the switcher mix. It used to just be all on a handheld device, and Bowls Australia back in those days were doing it the same way. He was the first to sort of get in and have the technology.
Yeah, Switcher Studio for anyone following along
Playing at home.
Yeah. Anyone wanting to do their own streaming on the weekends, Switcher Studio is a really great way to do it.
Played that nice confident weight there, and probably second shot. Caddis has called for a bit of weight here from Aiden.
Sorry, I think I've only just realised that Aiden's another lefty as well.
Yes.
Aiden, Catters, myself,
There's
Anthony Hall earlier.
There's a lot of you out there. Both boys have been playing that similar length, so it'll be interesting to see if the Dandenong boys can hold on to this end if they do make a change. Because as it stands, we're going sort of end for end.
Same length.
Very stiff there because the weight would have been awesome. Having a run.
Don't think I've ever seen Aaron Betts without a beanie on.
No, we were commenting on that earlier. Cat is having another run. Definite one to Team Dandenong.
Two for the Dandy boys.
What's your prediction from here, Mel?
Look, I was actually just noticing that Tully's pre-shot routine reminds me very much of Tris Doolan's, the way that he picks up the ball,
Flips
turns
it
upside
over.
down.
I did
It's
say
amazing
before,
being a photographer for Bowls Victoria.
you'd notice all the
I see
deliveries.
so many deliveries close up on Zoom from behind a lens, and it's great to see how many players just replicate and do the same thing
Trying to think of
identically
who
over
they
and
would have
over
had in
again.
their time. If it's the same coach or mentor, or just good starter there from Tully. Aaron's caught him onto a switch of the hand.
Back to your question about my prediction, I really don't know. They're really on par with each other, aren't they, at the moment?
Very much. As I said, it's going end for end, and even if, Grant and Aiden got away to a 3-shot lead before, but the boys, got one or two the next end to. Two good bowls from Tully there, finding that little bit more zoning.
And the rain stops, and it's now actually quite glary here under the
Yeah,
dome at Chatty.
it is.
That's a good bowl from Aiden.
Lovely bowl from Zitters there, and a toucher. The other thing for any of our Sandbelt members out there, our novice and over 60 singles entries closed tonight. So make sure you jump on the Sandbelt page and head to Bowls Link and put your entries in.
Yep, good call. The numbers have been amazing for the over 60s events in particular. I think at last count we had over 70 for the men's over 60 singles.
Yeah, how good is
It's
that?
great. It's a pretty good reply here from Aaron.
Foot short signals, Tully. Aaron's just raised the question to Tully, is it worth, rather than trying to play that perfect foot extra of weight, is it worth landing Aiden's bowl? Which absolutely I'd be saying yes, because it's worth 4 in this current setup, granted that there'll be a lot more balls to come. Very good bowl
Great
there from
shot.
Aaron Betts.
Didn't quite make the 4, but certainly stolen the shot.
It's probably also respecting your opponents, knowing that, yeah, the bowl was there to sit, but knowing how well the boys have been drawing. Get one really close. Good reply there from Caddis, just a touch shy.
Yeah, he was on track with that one. Takes quite a large step forward, doesn't he?
A very, very big step. Aaron's called for a little bit of cover here. Thanks to the water crew there for refilling our water bottles. Saves us from getting up.
It's getting quite thirsty.
Yes, it is thirsty work. Having a good look at the angles here is Zitters. Grant calling him on a bit of weight. He's called it, you've heard it. Hit the white, you're going to get shot. Let's see what happens.
Can he execute? Not quite.
Hasn't changed the outcome. Boys have to play with this with a little bit of caution here. They don't want to make their target too wide, because the Clayton team certainly have more of the back covered than the side.
Yep.
Still looking for that searching shot through the pack. Trail of the Jacks hit the bowl. Not quite the line he would have liked for the shot there. Fair bowl, couple of feet short.
How's he going to go this time?
Probably a good miss on that one, because any movement of blue.
Takes the score to 7-5. Favour of the Dandy boys.
Stretched ever so slightly, but still that sort of, they're playing long to long.
Got a switch in the commentary box. Gotten rid of the other two, in Courtney and Mel. And you got Cullum back, and I'm joined by the other winner of the women's pairs today in Callie McCarahan. How you going, Cal?
Yeah, good, Colin. Thanks for having me.
No worries.
It's been quite a tight tussle here.
Certainly has been. Some very good heads that we've been seeing. We even thought the umpire might have been called at one point, but it was seemed to be a clear shot.
A little bit happy about that, just quietly.
Haven't had one umpire's call at all today.
No. It's been an easy job for them, really.
Yep.
Great shot there.
Yeah, nice arriving bowl there by Catters.
It's all about good weight on that hand. I know that this morning it might be a little bit different this afternoon, but it's all about good weight. If you're just a little bit heavy, it's gonna hang on you, and if they're both playing with turnier bowls, so good shot there by Betsy.
Yeah, they seem to have picked up the pace of the green pretty well from what we've seen.
It's a fantastic facility here at CHADSTONE.
I was going to ask how you felt the green was today. It's pretty consistent most of the time, but
It
didn't
is.
disappoint.
No, not at all. Usually, if it's not such a good one, it's usually the operator's problem and not the green's fault. So
Well, it's not the green's fault. It's not the weather's fault.
no, it's been all over the place with the weather today. I think the sun's just out, but this morning was not good.
Normal Melbourne 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah. Tully's just going to play a little bit of position here, I think, on the forehand. That was the wider of the two hands this morning, so yeah.
Just turned in.
The speed was good, just didn't take the grass.
When the sun comes out like this, does it change much the way the green reacts from what you've seen so far?
We didn't really feel that it changed that much this morning, but it might have between this morning's game and this afternoon's game. My experience here at CHADSTONE is definitely temperature affected, so when it gets a little bit cooler, a little bit hotter, it definitely affects the speed of the green. Maybe not so much the line that you have to take. Just lacking a little bit in the speed there. Track was good. Probably makes them, might be in the eye there, so it might get them to play something maybe to open it up on the righty's forehand, but City's backhand.
It's always fun when we're saying in the first game with Mel being the lefty. It was just like, is it forehand, backhand? We're saying we should call it the clubhouse side and the road side last time.
Yep.
Well, there's just a shot. A bit of bowls coming up for yourself, Cal.
Yeah, it's super busy. Obviously, the pennant season's just started up here in Melbourne, which is great. I've just gone back from Canada, so there's the Atlantic Challenge, International Challenge in September there. So I was away for 2.5 weeks competing in that. Home for a few weeks, and then I'm off to Malaysia next week to play in the World Cup, which is a different format for us as 2 men, 2 women, and 2 para-athletes, 12 countries, and yeah, it's all in the indoor and undercover facility in Malaysia. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good thing you enjoy bowls.
Yeah. Absolutely. No rest for the wicked.
No, never is.
Then we get back from Malaysia, and then we're off to Tasmania for nationals. So, which is going to be a busy week there as well. So, yeah, it's all happening. Next thing you know, it's going to be Christmas.
Don't tell Courtney.
She loves
She's
Christmas.
already playing the Christmas carols.
Already decorating?
No,
not
we
yet.
haven't got that. We haven't had time. Fortunately, I'm sure the house will be decked out before we know it.
November 1, right?
I think it'll be October 1 if Courtney had her way. It's amazing once the pennant season starts and all the different events, and it's just snowballs, and then all of a sudden it's the next year, 2026, and
Yeah, time flies, eh?
certainly does.
It is. It's quite a busy calendar, especially you're playing pennant and lucky enough to a few international events here and there. But then you have the region events, and yeah, it's very busy.
Not a lot of time for anything else, really.
No, not at all.
It was fun when we were putting together the Sandbelt calendar, trying to fit all the different events in, and almost every Sunday is taken up with something or other. And then with some of the entries we've had, Wednesday nights and Friday nights and Monday nights, so it's good to see everyone getting involved. It's fantastic.
No, absolutely. I guess we're quite fortunate in that sense that the numbers have been really good this year in terms of entries, and quite a large region we are. That, it's often a few weekends at least to win an event. So, and we're getting to the finals. So. But it's great to see so many numbers and entries. And it's great to have facilities like this that can host us in a last-minute scenario where the weather wasn't going to cooperate. That we have a facility like this that we can jump onto and that they can host. So it's fantastic.
100%. Got a few of those in Sandbelt, which we've used a few events at, or used for a few events, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. Cat is quite stiff there to get that peel off that front bowl.
Don't know how he got through that gap between the two blue bowls. Don't know if you heard it in the effects mic, everyone, but he's said nothing in the way now.
He got it out of the way.
It's all cleared out of the way.
One bowl left to come here. Pretty important end here in the grand scheme of the game as well. The Dandenong crew are a couple up, but if they can score this end, they extend their lead. But Clayton crew could manage to score, they bridge the gap. So it's a really important one. Just after that halfway mark, so. Just going to take a second here just to kind of analyze the angles and what's kind of on.
Yeah, noticed that in his first game in the semi-final earlier, and while watching this one, he definitely takes his time to look at all the different options. It's not a quick process, but that's not a bad thing. It's going through and making sure you're playing the shot you want to play.
Oh, absolutely. I always say, never be rushed to play a bad bowl. You want to make sure you're super clear and concise and confident with whatever you decide to play. But very important that you're committed to that shot. So analyzing and weighing all those options are super important. Don't think he's going to be short here.
No, he's got all the back, so... Oh, no, it's not. The white's not his.
It's not, but I might be happy with the kill.
I'll sort it out eventually with the colours. I'll go colourblind.
Just playing kind of the up and through it kind of weight here. Didn't turn very much, and that's what we noticed this morning, that side in particular, at any kind of weight, it did not want to break. They pulled the one out already. It's just the one.
Been a good crowd down here at CHADSTONE today
Yeah,
for both games.
especially this morning. I was quite surprised that it was quite a good crew here watching. Good to feel a bit of love and support and
100%.
a bit of atmosphere, which is good. That's what we want for a final.
Yeah, we've had that for each of the Sandbelt finals, which is good. Friday night it was almost pumping in here, you'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. The voice and the noise echoes in here under the roof, and yeah, it's great. It's a great start by Tully there on the line, 6 inches in front. And it's a pretty fair reply there by Aiden. Generic rule of thumb is that you don't often change the lead after their first bowl, so I'm not surprised that he's kept him on the same hand.
Percentages with not changing.
He's just played a really good one too, so yeah, a bit past, but still a good home. You almost treat, a walking pair as kind of like a fours game, right? So it's all about, if you can, your lead can be one on one behind.
Yep.
Job done.
Makes for a happy skip normally.
Usually, yeah. As long as they're not too short.
We've all done that before.
Oh, not intentionally, but yes, it
No.
happens.
Yeah, I think 99.9% of the time people don't try and put a bad bowl in.
Absolutely.
Now, in your game, we were running a poll as to whether anyone's actually seen Aaron Betts without a beanie on.
Oh, jeez. I haven't.
No
I
one's
I
been
don't-
able to
I
say
don't
that
think
they've seen
so.
him without
Yeah.
a beanie on.
The poll would be skewed, I think. To be fair, it hasn't been the warmest today.
No.
So I'm not surprised to see 3 out of 4 of them still in jumpers, and
But all in shorts.
it's a good shot.
Very nice shot.
Yeah, change it up first.
Bit of purpose in that high five as well.
Getting to the pointy ends of things too, it's every bowl. I know every bowl matters in a game, but when you get to the last few ends, it's a bit more intensity.
I compare it sometimes to like a one-day international in the cricket. You get the first start where everyone's excited, and then you get the middle part where it's the consolidation, where things start to move through, and then you get that excitement towards the back end.
Yeah,
Very similar in a bowls game.
Yep, absolutely. I don't follow much of the cricket, but yes, yeah.
More baseball than we were watching
Yeah,
before.
absolutely. Unfortunately, the Blue Jays went down today, but anyways. See how they go for the rest of the event, for the rest of the championships. Tully on the backhand here. Good opportunity for them really to, draw up and around. Just a fraction quick, but not wasted behind. Areas here. lucky with that result. He played really good speed at that. He has opened it up a little bit. It's quite a busy calendar for the Sandbelt events as well. So what's coming up over the next few weeks, Colin?
So we head into November, which we've got our over 60 singles and the novice singles coming up. So it was an interesting challenge with the calendar this year, because we've got the Nationals event, which you're playing in with the Australian Championships. So then you've got Regents, the National Sides Championships. So we head into, a month of over 60s and novice. And to be honest, the entries are at record levels for those events, which is fantastic to see. We've got, so far from our last check before, we've got 66 novice entries.
That's amazing.
Which is amazing for the sport, because we've got so many people coming through and so many people wanting to enter that. And hopefully we can nurture those players as they go through that, because some of them will be their first proper championship event. So
yeah, absolutely.
make sure we give them all the support that they need and whatnot. So
that's incredible numbers, really. Like, just shows you that, the novice, they really are the future of our game and whatnot. So it's so great to see the numbers on the up that way. Absolutely.
100%. So if anyone is still looking to enter, the entries do close tonight at midnight. So jump on the Sandbelt website or the Sandbelt Facebook page and be able to see the links there to get in. Everyone should have seen an email come through as well with all the details. So if you are interested, the entries are still open.
It's a great opportunity. Just give it a try.
100%.
What do
you got to lose?
Absolutely.
Generally go and play on some of the best greens in Melbourne. And it can only improve your bowls.
Always said the best way to learn is to experience. So, get those entries in.
And then in December, we've got the open singles, so the men's and women's singles coming up in December as well. So those entries close mid to late November. Entries are looking strong for that one. But, if you want to enter those before Christmas, always get good numbers for those events. So chuck your entry in. You never know, you might be here on live stream in a semi-final or a final if we get the opportunity.
It's so great that we've had the live stream over the past couple seasons, at least, that showcasing these finals and the great players that we have in this region.
100%. We try to do it where we can. Sometimes the scheduling doesn't work very well, but we give it a good crack. Ooh, Catter's looking
just a fraction high there. That great of a setup for the Clayton boys, really. It's not a very big target. Jack looks more like it could be going the direction towards all the Dandenong bulls, so he's probably trying to maybe get the kill or anything off of the outside black one, but one bull to come each. Aaron's probably not looking to fatten the target or anything like that. It's a pretty good setup at the minute for the boys, so. Commentator's curse.
He wasn't looking to do that.
I always hate that, when I listen back to the commentary and go, oh, they've just put the curse on me, but he has created more angles off of their own bowls there.
Caddis does need to be careful, though, because if he does play weight again, he could take out his own two bowls in there.
Yeah, so it's really about being smart with the type of weight that he plays. So, you're either playing just nice confident draw to it to get the shelf off of it, or go firm enough that if you do get the result off the bowls onto the jack, that you kill it. Just opted for that confident draw weight.
It's always fun when they don't tell us how many.
There's no cheering involved. I know there's a bit of good fortune in terms of that redirect, but could be 2, could be 3.
Three it was. Lucky Aiden's updating scoreboard.
Love it when the scoreboard gets updated every end,
Helps everyone.
doesn't it?
Helps the players, helps the spectators and the commentators.
I tried my best this morning. I'm sorry if it didn't
No.
happen, but
I think we were very fortunate that he updated it most of the time anyway, but we were very fortunate that the two leads thirds were very clear on what the call was, what was the number of what all the shots were.
so even though it wasn't necessarily put on the board per se, it was.
We were able to
clear.
keep up.
Good. I'm glad. It's go time for the Clayton boys. At the end of the day, it's 5 ends to play. Few down. This end's really important for them to build a good head, put the pressure on, score this end, and hopefully score. Well, a little bit biased here, but score a couple ends together to bridge that gap.
Well, it makes for a good game as well. So, and you want to see both teams do well, but it makes for a very entertaining game when those things happen.
That's what you hope for in a final. It's good correction here. Tully,
Front nose up.
yeah.
I feel as though the Dandy boys have just consolidated after that early onslaught by Grant and Aiden.
Just found that this green it's all about rhythm and weight control. So if you can find your weight and groove in that way and get in a good rhythm, you set yourself up really well. Even though you might not get shot straight away, you're building the head and you're putting balls in good areas. I always say the importance of missing balls past when you do miss, and reducing the number of short ones are super, super important. Short ones only get in the way.
Correct. The jack does go forward, not very often though.
Not very often. Is Aaron playing with Tiger 2s or XGs, or do you know?
I don't know. I have to see if we can have a look.
The only reason why I ask is, there's often UK-based players. They like a set that turns, especially on a synthetic surface. It wouldn't surprise me if it was something other than an XG.
Yeah.
But it might be.
Well, it's nice when you watch the live stream or the bowls from over in the UK when they're literally drawing around bowls with those big turny bowls, and they just handle it so well.
And they just trust the line and trust themselves to, if they have to get around something to draw the shot, they just trust themselves to do it.
Another good one here from Aaron. Not creating a target.
Yeah, very good.
Seen Aaron bowl a little bit, and when he gets into his rhythm, you almost can't get him out of it. And that's going between draw and weighted shots as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably say that about a lot of players, right? When they get into a good rhythm and a good groove and they're feeling the green. You don't like to be the opposition when they're doing that to you.
No. this is a good game for being able to work out whose bowls are who, because they're very distinctive. None of them are
Absolutely.
similar, particularly for people like me who are colourblind.
That must be a challenge.
Has its own challenges. You make do, like everyone else does with any other thing like that.
Yeah, it's pretty handy. I don't think he was really looking to go anywhere close in terms of fattening that head. Clayton boys just working, gonna have to work really hard here to maybe fatten the target, be in good areas, you know, set up different angles.
Aiden's pretty close here.
It's not far away. Good speed at it. So he's swapping over, a little touch of the jack, and him behind, kind of shrinking that, shrink that target up.
Is it one of those situations where you want to change it yourself as opposed to your opposition changing it?
There are absolutely opportunities and situations in a game where sometimes you want to play their shot first, especially if you've given them a few cracks in a row. Yeah, they have the position here to do it. You know, and if you happen to drop short, you might be on the line. If you touch it away, then you take away angles.
Like that one just falling in the line?
Yeah. Nice little Christmas tree. He's going to be super precise with his weight and line here.
He's finishing in a spot that I reckon is probably going to help if the jack does spring a bit.
Unfortunately, it's not. The angles, it's all kind of one bull targets on the center line. There's no kind of real good angles on either hand at the moment. Situation like, do you try to put the pressure on by adding to the score count here? Do you play position? You're anticipating what they're probably going to play. Don't think he liked it at the hand.
And the coaching business is going well?
Yeah, it's going really well. I've been really, really busy, which is great. So yeah, it's been great to work off season and pre-season, working with a lot of different individuals and a few clubs around the traps, and yeah, hopefully they all had a good day out. Round one for Metro Pennant yesterday, and a few are playing region events today. Well, obviously weather pending, but.
No, I've heard lots of people complimenting the
great.
sessions that you do. For those aren't aware, Perfect Trail coaching.
Yeah, Perfect Trail coaching. Yeah, so it's all sorts of. Oh, it's a great
What a
shot.
ball.
That's a fantastic shot. Based on the body language, yeah, I was just gonna say, based on Aiden's body language, it's probably one down, but.
I don't think Grant could have played that any better.
Way better of a scenario than what it was.
I can tell you now I wasn't expecting sunshine. I don't know if people can see it.
No.
So I didn't bring my sunglasses.
I was looking at the forecast, and it was like 30 mils of rain today, and we go. Look, we probably got a little bit of that this morning, but.
I think there's another band coming through from what I've seen.
I'm actually having a look underneath the cover here, and it's pretty dark all around us, but it's sunny over us, but.
Yeah, looking at the radar, there's a little bit coming through. But we don't have to worry about that because
No, we're undercover.
under the beautiful cover.
Beautiful CHADSTONE. Betsy and Tully kind of be happy with kind of one up here and maybe anticipate jack movement and where they think it's going to go. Catterick has to be pretty perfect with his speed. It's basically one of two shots. He's probably just trying to play almost the same bowls as last and just trying to get a little nudge on his last one. I don't want to move the jack too far. It's the only way I think the bull will come back on that side is with just dead weight.
Yeah, you're not going to get back around that white too much, and with any sort of weight.
Something that I find here is that it's whenever you do decide to play some kind of weight, it really does hold for you. So even though it does turn on the draw, that whenever you do add that weight, it doesn't. It's not very forgiving that way. Aiden's waving at it. I think speed's really quite good, but yeah, one down to the Clayton boys, one to Tully and Betsy. 12-5 after 11.
Seven shots with 4 to go. As you say, the Clayton boys probably really need to win this end to get a bit of momentum back.
Yeah, very important. A few ends in a row, you know, talk about momentum and how that's so important in this game, you know, stringing together, you know, that momentum often comes from when you can string a few ends together, so. And conversely, I think the Dandenong boys probably want to make sure they continue that momentum and really, you know, almost forget about the last few ends and take the confidence out of it, but really make sure that they win this end to continue that momentum, so.
Tully's taking your advice.
It's a very good reply by Aiden. Very
Fantastic.
good. A bit of a grimace out of the hand. Just a fraction narrow on that side. If you are a little bit narrow, it does tend to just go on you. Speed's
Weight
good.
was spectacular.
Yeah, speed was so good. Probably why the grimace, right? Knowing that it's good at the hand.
It's come
with,
good, but it's
with
gone
it, and
narrow.
the line's no good.
The joys of bowls.
Bit quick there, but it's
One
not
and one
wasted
behind.
behind. Absolutely. They're looking at it. Pretty good line here. It's all about the speed. Yeah, good in the areas. Speed's really good from Catterick there. Fraction height. I think I'm gonna love and leave you, Cullum. Thanks so
No
much for
worries.
having me on the stream.
No, thanks for jumping on. And
That's all right.
now I've got to put up with my other half.
Oh, unlucky, lucky, depending who you ask.
Thanks, Cal.
Thanks, everyone.
As we welcome back my other half.
Hello, Cullum.
Hello, Courtney. What could go wrong here?
We've seen a change in themes from when I left.
What was the theme?
Well, earlier it was going N for N, and the Dandenong boys have most certainly broken away.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. They've consolidated and just skipped ahead a little bit.
Because early in the game, it was most certainly Aiden who had the best control of the green. He was 100% most consistent out of all four, and he sort of just lost that touch a little bit. He's still getting that one really good one. We were commenting before about how large Tully's step is.
I was just noticing that. I hadn't mentioned it.
Very, very smooth delivery. How good is it to see four men who have represented Sandbelt region playing in a final as well?
Fantastic. Been a high quality game, that's for sure, from what we've seen earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly lasting the test of time.
Yeah, we're talking about that with Catters, and he does take his time to pick the right shot.
Absolutely. Very, very close attempt there from Tully.
That's almost 2 or 3 bowls that have gone through that gap.
I know. If you wanted to do that, you would never do it.
Correct. Aiden, unfortunately, back cutting the jack over to a group of 2 or 3, maybe 4.
Catter's in good spirit is having a bit of a chuckle with him, not at him.
Well, you know he didn't mean to do it, but
Absolutely not. This is a real opportunity for Aaron to sort of really consolidate what could be a big win.
correct. Got the right momentum at the moment, but they just need to maintain that, as we were just talking about with Cal. Because it can go 2 ways. You've got to keep the momentum or you've got to get it back. It's hard to tell whether Aaron likes it. He's very poker face. But
Both he and
I don't
Tully
think
have
he'll
a
be
very good poker face for the game.
that's, while it's in the count,
As we're
has
explaining,
framed it a little bit.
absolutely. As we're explaining earlier, it's a good bad bowl.
Mm-hmm. Or bad good bowl.
Yes, it gives Catters a lot larger target. I don't think he'll be short to the head,
No.
given the status of the game.
Yeah, 7 shots with 4 to go. Any numbers, even the loss of the end, doesn't help the cause
No,
any.
you really need a 1 or a 2 here to get yourself back in the search.
True to form. Not short. Just going to hang high. Tully's bowl does go in the ditch.
That part is probably a good result for Catters because any movement of that jack, at least currently he's got Aiden back. It's likely to lock on the back white ones though.
Yeah, if you're Aaron, do you go through and try and change the head, or you do a bit of cover?
I think if you can play that in that little nest of Aiden's bowls on the wing, sort of count and cover, I think you have to play with confidence at this stage. As you said, the Clayton team is searching for 6 shots to draw, 7 shots to win at this late stage. If they can pick up a number here, Dandenong, they sort of really put them in a very tricky spot to come back.
Going all the way around.
Not a bad option either.
It just puts it in Grant's mind that he's got to be cautious of his weight, because he's not just going to get the bonus of the jack going back and getting shot. Sometimes that's all it takes, is to get them to be questioning the weight, because sometimes you can play nothing to a lot of weight. I think we might be in for a shower very soon. Those clouds are looking...
Clouds are certainly opening up. It's a... It's not a shot you could try and go for the kill.
100%. More direct at it now. You don't have to be dead to be stiff with that one.
No, that was a very good bowl with it.
He played
Absolutely
that almost
horrible
perfectly
result for Catters and Zitters in this late stage of the game.
I think it's 3.
Pulled out 3 shots.
So it takes us 15-5, 10 the difference, with 3 ends to go. I know we said it for the last end, but the Clayton boys definitely need to win this end.
This is their time.
Time to shine.
Fair opening bowl there from Mr. Tully.
Definitely a way to try and hold the momentum. Sustain the momentum.
It's the most important thing when you're picking up a number and you're ahead. It's putting the pressure on with that first bowl. Just a tiny bit shy there with Tully's second bowl, but gives Zitters an opportunity to trail or set the jack.
Crowd getting into it.
Yes.
Trying to wheel that bowl on.
Dean was commenting earlier in regards to Catters. He reckons he'd have at least 30 titles for the Peninsula region.
Yeah, we'll have to get those stats
Which is
because
a fair feat, if that's accurate.
it's very impressive.
As we're saying, for Sandbelt and McCarthy would probably be one of the leading women, with Kelly, if not beating, very close behind. I know Annie had close to, if not 20-odd, a couple of years ago. Perfect weighted bowl there from Catters, just unfortunately a tiny bit high.
Aaron willing that on, saying it needs to hurry. Only slightly, though.
Early on in the game, the Clayton team were far better at having those back bowls, and that's where they were able to get those early conversions. And it seemed to just trying to touch bowl a tiny bit. It's well set up for them.
Yeah, they've got the back bowls here, which is fantastic for them. As we're talking with Cal about position bowls, like you don't want to be short because we're saying the jack doesn't go forward very often.
No. On a surface like this with the right weight, it can, but not with the head in the position it is, sort of 7 metres away from the dish.
Tully doesn't want to frame this, but unfortunately he has.
Probably given Aiden permission to play that little bit firmer.
Bit under by the looks of it. Does roll his own up, but does go on to Aaron's. I think Aaron just looking for Steve to just come around the white. Gone around all of it. Got the backers bowl.
It's not a bad result at this late stage in the game while you're holding 2 in the head and up 10 on the board.
Correct. Might see the first umpire's call here in a second. Just looking at a bowl that's out of bounds, potentially. Probably not the result they were after. It did push one of Tully's bowls back.
They're all looking at this boundary bowl.
No one's brave enough to call the umpire. We hope everyone's enjoying the coverage.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in.
We love bringing bowls to everyone. There's so much live streaming out there these days. It's fantastic. Whoever sends it out there and gets to watch it, spoilt for choice these days.
Absolutely. And we had a couple of other regions reach out earlier because of green conditions. They couldn't go ahead, so they tuned in, which was nice that they could do that.
Fantastic. We're all bowls tragics at heart.
Absolutely. What better than in rainy weather than sitting on the couch watching a game of bowls?
in the area here, Catters.
Very, very stiff to only have one bowl out. Just got a touch too much of Aaron Betts' bowl. Any less of it, he was likely to rebound back onto the jack, and they had discussed the fact that there was options to bounce off.
Don't know if that's a clap of joy or if it's a clap of frustration.
It's probably, yeah, it was a well-weighted bowl, but this may, depending on, very hard to see from side on, but depending on who's second and third, if the Clayton boys have that, just depends if they go, try and get the bowl clean. Very, very tricky spot.
I think that white bowl going out clean gives him at least one. Cat is playing forehand here. He's got it onto Aiden's bowl.
Oh.
The angles are just not working for him at the moment.
Now, it's never over until the last bowl, but that certainly puts Catters and Aiden in a very, very difficult position with 2 ends to play. Locke's tuned in from Kalgoorlie in WA. Thank you for tuning in, Locke. Let us know what the weather's like in WA. Hopefully it's better than the dreary Melbourne. And another message from Kaz Rothwell. A couple of bowls tragics in Footscray in their Ugg boots on the couch.
One of them was down here before.
I know.
Good to see you, Rogie.
Absolutely. This is what happens when there's no Grand Prix on a Sunday. He comes and watches bowls.
What else would you want to do? Should have bought my Ugg boots, I think.
That's not outside attire.
Not outside appropriate for Courtney.
Not at all. Very, very beautiful start from Tully there. Awesome reply from Aiden there. What a shot. Played that perfect, crack the egg.
Just hoping our scoreboard's up to date because they've got a different score. One from the last end.
Some great lead bowls there, and it's been very competitive throughout the game. As I said earlier, Aiden most certainly had control of the green, and it's taken a turn, but he's certainly not going down without a fight. To conclude the match, we've got about our 6th commentator, so welcome in, Pickles.
Thank you very much for having me.
No, pleasure is all ours. It's certainly been a change of theme in the last few ends, with the Dandenong boys certainly marching away.
Clayton started really well. Aiden, in his first 5 ends, was within
Phenomenal,
a mat
wasn't
nearly
he?
every bowl.
That's what I was just saying. He had absolute control of the green, and Tully certainly fought back, and Aiden sort of staying within, but just a couple of good bowls gone. Mishap, but that's the game, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Another beautiful bowl here from Aaron.
He's been bowling really well. He's been bowling really well in the off-season as well, so it's good to see that form continue on.
I was mentioning before, all 4 of these boys have represented the Sandbelt region at one stage or another too, so we're certainly not shy of men with resumes.
Oh, well, there's a lot of talent out there, that's for sure.
Absolutely. But how lucky are we to be under such facilities in a rainy day, this beautiful complex. So a big shout out to Chatty for putting us up for today. And their hospitality's been nothing short of amazing.
Tully will play his forehand and look for that black bowl, I think. Look to sit on it, sit it out, get another one in the head.
Well, commenting before, Tully's got one of the largest steps in a delivery for someone who's generally very so accurate.
He's
Huge
consistent.
step. He's so consistent.
I think he's found his process. He's found what works for him, and he's
Well, his pre-shot is very, very regimented,
Yeah.
so I think that helps a lot.
absolutely.
They do say bowls are made for holes, but in this stage in the game, I'm sure the Clayton boys don't want to hear me saying that.
Nah, they've had some unlucky results too. I think it was an end, probably 2 or 3 ends ago on the 10th, where Aiden got that little cut across to set the Dandy boys up. Had some very unlucky results.
It was the epitome of, you saw Cat as sort of having a laugh with him. It was that, I'm not annoyed with you. I'm annoyed, only because he played a perfect shot that went wrong.
Yeah, spot on. Just played it a little tight.
And it's
got a
the
little
old, if
cut
you
of
don't
it.
laugh at it, you might cry at it, so you're better off.
That's spot on. Shaping nicely here for Tully.
Makes it a couple, or a definite one, because it was a measure prior.
Yep.
Aaron gives us the confirmation that they're holding. Apologies for the background sound. That rain has kicked back in, so the dome's copping a little bit of a belting. It's sort of it'll be interesting to see what's played here, because unless the perfect shot's played, and the boys need a number to get back within, 11 shots down with 2 to play. They need a 3 to stay alive, 4 to be competitive. Do you kill and restart?
Yeah, you've got to start thinking about the kill and then trying to get bowls behind to move that jack to them, I think. Now it's that situation where 2 ends, you've got to do something to try to make a number, get a 4 somewhere and give yourself that chance. But it's not an easy jack to kill where it is at the moment,
Absolutely not.
and that makes it a lot harder.
Grant's looking to want to play through from the signal, but we're only going off signals. Peels a Dandenong
what's he
bowl
done there?
away, but Tully's still signalling that they're 1 up. It was a good result there, we'll say.
There is a kill on for Grant here, depending
Yeah,
where this bowl goes from Betsy.
I think he does have to start considering that. Great shot from Aaron there. Even Aiden's high-fiving him. I think the boys might be getting close to that realisation. This bowl...
If Grant could play through Aaron's front blue bowl,
Yes.
he could actually kill it from that, like using the angle of that bowl.
Weight pending. Unfortunately, Catters has just gone a little bit narrow onto the head.
They're shaking hands.
They are shaking hands. So a huge congratulations to Steve Tull and Aaron Betts from Dandenong Bowling Club to take out the 25-26 Men's Pairs Championships. A huge shout out to CHADSTONE Bowling Club for facilitating today's final in such wet conditions. A huge shout out to Cheltenham for offering and originally going to be our hosts. A huge thank you to all of our co-hosts, Pickles, Nix, Cal, Cullum. We've had it all. Mel. So congratulations to the Dandenong boys for taking out this year's championships, and commiserations to the Clayton boys in being the runners-up. And what was a hard-fought match, I can definitely say the score does not justify the quality of bowls we have seen here today.
Absolutely.
So thank you for your time, Pickles, and thank you for everyone tuning in. And please watch the Facebook page for the coming weeks because there will be more live streaming available. Thank you all.
Fantastic.